Okay. I can't believe we're actually going to be talking about this, but we got to talk about the right wing basically eating itself alive. Now, granted, this is not the whole of the right wing. This is just a strange debacle that's happening as a result of a particularly viral right-winger who we all know, Kyle Rittenhouse. So, for those of you who may not remember, Kyle Rittenhouse was the guy who went and shot a few protesters during the BLM protests and then got off effectively scot-free as a result of being, I don't know, a fucking white kid, I guess, is the best argument that I could think lawyers were doing at the time. He has his whole life ahead of him, so what would you expect? Anyway, I know that that's not an entirely fair way of looking at what happened with Rittenhouse. Everybody has the ability to defend themselves. I'm not going to argue that they should not be allowed to defend themselves, and even though he put himself in a situation where, you know, the likelihood of violence happening to him increased greatly, he still should have been allowed to defend himself. Okay, cool. Got that out of the way for the, 5 people who were gonna be in the comment section all angry at me for that. But I do want to say, if you value honest, fair political analysis that tries to make politics a little less miserable, consider doing me a favor, subscribe, and tell a few friends what I'm doing over here on this channel. And today, what we're doing is talking about the fact that there is a full-blown Twitter meltdown going on because Kyle Rittenhouse got married. Now, I want to follow some of this this discourse real quick because it's interesting. It's interesting. So Kyle went on to the internet in order to say that he's back on social media, he's back in the fight, and he's here to stay. For a quick update, 6 months ago, I made the best decision of my life, and I married my best friend, Belle Rittenhouse. I couldn't be happier. I love you, beautiful. More big announcements coming soon. Okay. PJ is saying, who would marry that? Ew. Are we talking about, who would marry Kyle Rittenhouse? Because, yeah, I agree. Who the fuck would marry him? But at the same time, I'm not going to say that another human being doesn't deserve to be happy. I think that the likelihood that Kyle Rittenhouse becomes a better person increases greatly if he's actually a happy person. And watching the right wing try to consume him because he got married is wild. Absolutely wild. So while there are people who are saying, she looks like a movie star, y'all look fantastic, congratulations, y'all look great, there's some of that. But then there's this. Some very, very strange behavior. In response to Kyle's post, we've got right-wingers who are actively I'm assuming right-winger, I mean the Kim Jong shit. But we've got people who are arguing that this man's girlfriend is a bad idea or his wife's a bad idea because she has tattoos. Just because she has tattoos. PJ Blazer says posing with a gun for the wedding photo seems I don't give a shit. I live in the American South and people do that shit all the time here. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? I don't care about posing with guns. If I have a wedding ceremony, I'm gonna have a fucking lightsaber fight at it. Who cares? Who cares? I mean, specifically for him, again. Person responds, tattoos are hot, my dude, and guy goes, yes, but that's not the point. Then what's the point? What's the actual point? If you're specifically talking about the tattoos, why does it matter? And there's other responses to this too, where we've got Charles here going, your wife's sleeve tattoo looks stunning in her wedding dress. And then we've got people just acting really weird about it afterwards. Leave female Charlie Kirk's tattoos alone. Sorry, her face is way too wide to be Charlie Kirk's. It's way too wide. Kazooie says the point is she's not a barefooted, sun-dressed blonde version. Yeah. Then you've got this post, which was weird. This one got sent to me, and it's a dude saying even people who literally shot leftists in the head on camera can't find an attractive woman without tattoos. It's bleak. So, here's the thing. For personal preferences, I do not like tattoos. I find them incredibly unattractive. But that's not my wife. So my preferences don't fucking matter. That's not your wife, Solianeth. I'm actually fairly certain you've never discovered the touch of a woman. In general. How dare she not cover her ankles? How dare you not cover your ankles? What is wrong with you? Then we've got this post here. Thank you for following, Errata Cookie. I appreciate it. Then we got a post here. Bro realizing his girl with 27 different tattoos and a nostril piercing is ran through. So I see what's going on here. There's the idea, because we've had this idea in society for years that, like, women with tattoos are easy. Women with tattoos can get more of the fuck somehow. Like, this is just an idea that we've had for a while. And I don't know exactly where it came from specifically, because I don't know if it actually holds true. Like, have you met a repressed college girl from Brigham Young University? I'm sorry, but women like that will do monstrous things to you by comparison. Let's see here. Sarah Chikorita says that meme actually comes up in Detective Conan when a British guy working on the American alphabet soup is mistaken for a Texan circus owner. Kazari says it's crazy that they tried to make him seem happier than leftists, and the only people that got mad were righties. Also, like, why would it matter if your girlfriend had sex with other people before she was with you? Like, all that should matter is that she isn't having sex with other people once you and her get together. This idea that, like, women are only worth anything if they are pure, and their worth is cut down bit by bit every time that they engage in sexual activity with somebody is just insane to me. It's not based in science. It's not based in anything other than just, like, weird religious shit. Really weird religious shit. Oi, chewed gum idiocy, basically. Basically. Then, of course, we've got the anti-trans stuff in here. Looks like Kyle's wife is packing more heat than his arguments, trying to say that she's trans with a penis. Jesus Christ. Bro's about to need a manual for handling all this energy. Bro saw the tats and piercing and had a whole lore crisis. Someone once looked at mine the same way 2 hours later, was begging to know every spot I didn't show yet. Axo says it's why we blame women when they get sexually assaulted. Yeah, we have a very weird idea of what certain aspects of people mean. Somebody having tattoos doesn't mean anything about their sexual preferences or their promiscuity. You got contraception doesn't work, just don't have sex. It's really dumb. That's really dumb. Oh my god, every tattoo on a woman is because of some trauma period. Again, I don't think that's actually fucking true. I don't think that's actually fucking true. But I think it's just groypers, honestly. Like, I did see a little thing in there where it seemed like it was some of them who are like this because they have this idea of the pure woman that they should be with. And I think that's really what this boils down to, is it's groypers who do not know what being with a woman is like, have never been with one, and then will attack anybody if they're with a woman that is even slightly different than their idea of, like, the ideal perfect Japanese anime waifu. It's really gross shit. It's really gross shit, but apparently there's a subsection of the right-wingers that are trying to eat Kyle Rittenhouse alive for having a wife with tattoos. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section what you think of that, because I think that's fucking stupid. Honestly. Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Britzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagitt, you know I'm not saying that last part, Valis of Seraph, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.